Today is Thursday, February 8th, and this lesson for today is Unit 6, Lesson 1. What is a sampling distribution? The objectives for this lesson are we need to distinguish between a parameter and a statistic, create a sampling distribution using all possible samples from a small population, use the sampling distribution of a statistic to evaluate a claim about a parameter. Let's look at the difference between statistic and parameter. Looking at this scenario, if we estimated the mean income of US residents with college degrees, the current population survey or CPS selected a random sample of more than 60,000 people with minimum bachelor's degree. Based on this sample, the mean income was 69,609. Now, since $6,609 is from the sample, we call this the statistic. Now, the blank of interest is the mean income of the population. So if you're talking about the population, you want the parameter. So statistic for sample, parameter for population, SSPP. A statistic is a number that describes some characteristic of a sample. So a statistic could be the sample mean, it could be the sample standard deviation, it could be the sample proportion, it could be the sample range. Okay, so whatever describes um, the sample, we call it a statistic. Okay. Now, a parameter is a number that describes some characteristic of the population. And we cannot usually um, identify or find or determine the parameter, okay? Because almost always it is impossible for us to describe the population, state the whole population. So what we'll do is we'll get a sample from the population, evaluate the statistic from that sample, and try to estimate the population parameter based on the statistic. Now, below are some examples of statistics and the corresponding parameters. So the X bar, which denotes the sample mean, estimates the mu, which denotes the population mean. The p hat, which is the sample proportion, is used to estimate the p, which is the population proportion. And S, which is the sample standard deviation, can be used to estimate the population standard deviation denoted by sigma.